Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on Lily Matams TV. Tell me where you're watching me from so we can discuss this matter. Guys, I've also been given subscription by Facebook. It's important that you subscribe so that we can help people out there who need our support. Oh, good. I can see people. Thank you so much for joining me here. We have one or two things to discuss. Coming from a kids' party, and I told them I'm going to Zambia. I'm in Zambia now. And I asked the lady who was doing the face painting to draw the Wakanda on my face. And she did it, and she's never done it before. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me here. It's good to see you guys after a few days. I've had such a busy week. You know, some of us, we do full time, taking children to school and everything. As usual, UPND keeps giving people surprises. I'm never surprised because personally, I've known these guys for a long time, and you expect to see a lot of dirty stuff. Okay, so yesterday I received calls telling me that, you know, it was alleged that Ethel Chisono was in Zambia. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe my ears. And this is a warning to Chulufiatayali. I know UPND might have dashed you some money, some thousands of dollars to help you with your medical bills and promising you a diplomatic appointment somewhere. Don't fall for it. You're going to be in a trap. When you are in this field, tread carefully. Don't just buy anything that anyone tells you. So the UPND have a group of people who are specifically formed to arrest people who speak on social media. Now, 2 years ago, there was a video by Ethel. I don't subscribe to insults, so I will never share insults on my page. Some of you are bold, you share because somebody else said it. I don't do that. And Ethel had insulted President Hakainde Hichilema. And I was surprised where she was getting the guts from, and she said she was going to remove her church. Hello? And what shocks me is when people think you were aligned with the Patriotic Front, and then you think you can just come today and benefit from the sweat, from our sweat of UPND. You just come and say, yes, I am being given a job. You must be very stupid to think that UPND can assist you in that manner. Okay, again, this is Dr. Edgar Chagwalongo. There's a reason why I've put his picture, because of President Hakainde Hichilema's speech yesterday. His wife, Honorable Sylvia Masebo, Black Widow, and Alice Mukandawire and her husband. Alice in the corner there with with a Mercedes-Benz behind, or BMW, and the husband were in Zambia, and they were pew-pewed, shot at the Kazongola border on their way to Cape Town. Now, you know, when people send me stories like, oh, have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? I always want to see the person's profile. Sometimes I wonder whether people really know what or who UPND is. When you go to Alice's profile, she has exposed every location where she is. Every location. Post the vehicle with a number plate for people to see. Tells people today they're in Cape Town, tomorrow they're here, tomorrow they're there, tomorrow they're here. And you were a supporter of ECL. Why are you risking your lives like that? Like, even though I'm in the UK, I can never share my location. Why would I do that? Unfortunately, Alice was shot. I'm told the husband was shot 4 times and he has been airlifted to Botswana. We pray that he heals. I'm waiting for more people to come. I pray that he heals. This is also for the people on YouTube. Excuse me, Isaac, okay? You don't come to my page and come here to start insulting me. I'm not your friend. I'm not your mate. I'm not your level. I'll be able to shine and answer on me. Block you. Chiberish. Just hold on. Okay, so the 2 guys on this side as well, that's Felix and Prosper. In Chilila Wombwe, the 2 guys had 3 bags of meal. They were suspected to be trying to smuggle the meal, and ZNS officers gunned them down. And it's sad that let me put my charger. How are you? Tell me where you're watching me from. It's sad that our own officers are now using weapons to unalive our people because of 3 bags of meal. 2 lives lost. Nobody from the government has been to their family homes where there's funerals, because I have one of the relatives that contacted me. He's an uncle to Oscar. No accountability at all. Now, the government of UPND wants you guys to suffer. They don't want you to benefit from anything. And it's up to you to put them in power in 2026 or to remove them. I went to a dinner yesterday with billionaires in this country. And sometimes I ask myself, is it worth it to speak for the people of Zambia? Because the conversations we had, the dinner we had, you can check on my story. It's a different world altogether. I am not suffering. I speak because I love you and I want a better Zambia. So if you come to my page and disrespect me, you're on the wrong page. I block you. We don't tolerate negativity on this page, because when you come to this page to talk your negativity, it means you don't want to be a mine owner. As a Zambian citizen, me, Lilian Mutambo, as you who's watching me, Meo Bakatewe, you should be a mine owner in your country. At least we should have 50 kg of gold. Why should it be people from outside to come and loot our minerals and we call them investors? What about you? Can't you be a mine owner? Why did Kenneth Kaunda serve those? Why did he serve our minerals? He knew he would fly with a chopper. He knew how many mines we had. And when he was removed from power, Dr. Frederick Chiluba thought Kaunda was rich. He was looting minerals, but he wasn't. He never took any minerals. So when I see you doing Kwenyu, you're on the wrong platform. So Dr. Edgar Chagalungu died a few weeks ago in June. And I've stood my ground. I've danced on my altar there of dancing, of celebration of listening to gospel music, and we've danced together, and we've said, we are here to speak about the injustice of the Lungu family. And people like Ethel Chisono decided to insult us. Ethel thought by insulting Lilian Mutambo and insulting other people who are speaking for the people of Zambia and for the Lungu family, Mama Esther Lungu, who is a widow that was taken to court by Hakainde Hichilema with Kabesha, she would get an appointment in the UPND government. Now, may I remind you that contrary to what they tell you, that I was just giving eggs, I ensured that we sold Hakainde Hichilema on social media. I ensured that at the grassroots level, we were taking young people to go and register as voters, to go and collect their NRCs. I was booking buses, me, myself, personally, okay? I was buying lunch to these young people, taking people to school, empowerments of sand, sugar, rice, salaula. And in all that, I was selling the name of HH. I bought regalia of more than 500,000 kwacha. Anyone who's in Monali can tell you that. I invested a lot. Despite all that I did, I have received insults, ridicule, disrespect. And I took those insults quite mafta, all right? And I picked myself in the UK, and God opened doors I never imagined. Sometimes when you're doing certain things, you think you're just wasting time. But God knows his ways and how he blesses us. And that's why when I decided to adopt a child in Uganda, I said, God, you have blessed me too much. Let me be a blessing. So as you are wishing me bad luck, hey, you are next, hey, you are what? The whole community in Uganda is praying for me. Imagine their first child in that community, fully sponsored at boarding school, pocket money, food, clothes, provisionals. Nami. So before you talk about some of us, you should know that we didn't do these things because we wanted to stand and to benefit and to eat. No. I stood in Manali specifically because I want to give back to my communities. That is why I continuously do work. Some of the things that I'm doing even presently right now, I don't share. But very soon, I will share a big testimony and you will see it. In fact, you will know that I'm not somebody who jokes around when I put myself in a matter. So Ethel Chisono, let's go a little bit back on history, came on social media to disrespect a young man called Mainga. And I was tired. Okay, I brought you to America. Why are you busting? I'll make sure you go back. And I contacted Mainga. I said, Mainga, what is this? He said, Bali, libafuna $2,000 here. I said, okay. So what do we need to do? They said, okay, give me the account number. And $2,000 was paid to this woman. And it came from the United Kingdom. And we shared that post. And, you know, she went a bit quiet on that. But that's for you to know our history. And even as she's out one day, she'll obviously come and insult me. I don't care. If she can insult Hakainde Hichilema, what do you expect for her to anybody? And she's just had that beef with me because I came out to say, Mainga, I'll pay that bill. And it was not a loan. You can speak to Mainga anytime. I've never even asked him to say, can I have the money? No. Because at that time, it needed to be done. For how long will this woman be dragging this guy on social media? So the bill was paid. And he now lives his life freely and peacefully in New York. So then she saw that we were busy on social media advocating for Mama Esther Lungu. In this season, be careful what you say about ECL. Some of us, we have stood our ground. We've never changed our mouth. In fact, the time when I started speaking about Dr. Edgar Chingolungu, I received phone calls. Your appointment is on the way. I said, okay. In 2025. When next year, 2026, is elections. How? So you mean you didn't know? Whatever you call yourself, don't come to my page. I block you. Okay? Clifford block. Okay? I have Hatembo here who is listening to what I'm saying. If Hatembo is listening to me and you are coming with insult, you're on the wrong page. So UPND, I did my course actually. So I'm even surprised that she would fall for such a foolish trap. I did my course because I wanted to. I paid for it, 5,000 kwacha. I flew to Zambia with my own ticket. I came to Zambia, graduated for the diplomatic course. And I networked with people. We had dinner, we had lunch. And I never met anybody from the UPND. Like, let's meet. And it's a story for another day. In fact, the promise I received was, when you come, we'll go to State House. As soon as I reached Zambia, hello, sir, I'm in Zambia. I've traveled. How long are you here for? I said, I'm just here for a few days. Luckily, I booked my ticket for 10 days. My own money. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll see. I had my graduation. We had our party. It was nice. I networked with lawyers and people. The course was very good. I did it 6 weeks online. And everything that I do now is what the diplomatic course tells us. You have to speak about your nation. You have to advocate for your country. And if there's any injustices, you speak about things. Because as diplomats, you give reports. So then I told the person, I said, au revoir, I'm going back to the UK. Maybe next time. Okay? Maybe next time. I said, just like that. I came back to the UK. Unfortunately, Dr. Edgar Chingolungu died. And I was shocked. I felt like it was a prank. I started asking questions. What killed ECL? And then I heard that he was denied medical. Now that pissed me off with HH. I was disappointed. I was crushed. I felt like I let ECL down. That is why I decided to speak for him in his death. And going back a little bit, guys, when I was in Zambia, I was invited to Parliament by Honorable Garen Kombo. He said, come to Parliament and see you. Today we're discussing Bill 7. I said, okay. And I was in Parliament. I was in Parliament and I saw Honorable Garen Kombo and Binwa Mpundu. And they were like, what are you doing in Zambia? I said, no, I came for my diplomatic course. I've graduated and, maybe I can get myself a diplomatic job. And they were like, Iwe, Baleyaba. So what do you mean? I fought for this party. I fought for UPND to be in power. What do you mean? Everyone I met. And then we had lunch, courtesy of Honorable Mao Sampai bought me lunch with Tarsila Lungu in the Parliament building. I was there for like 4 hours. We had a lengthy chat. I took pictures with Tarsila, posted on social media. So for those of you who think me and Tarsila were in beef, you're on your own. That is why when I stand for the family, they know I'm genuine. Because it was not just meeting her and take a picture. We reconciled. And I told her why I did my videos. And I explained to her. And I said, you know the problem with you? The number that we have, you never answer. I said, Lillian, get this number. I said, okay. And I sent her the pictures. I didn't know that ECO would die. For a fact that me and Tasila Longo had reconciled in the parliament building. My dear, if you like, talk about, hey, she did this. Me and Tasila and the entire family were in good books. I can even go to South Africa today. They will never see me as an enemy because I reconciled with them before even ECO that I didn't even know he was in hospital. So when Ethel, I remember this film, it's called Witches, No Wonder. Peace off. I don't have time for people who are living in poverty to come and disturb what we're talking about. You are in hunger. I don't have time for you. Me, I'm talking to Zambians who are going to be millionaires in the next few years. We'll own our mines in Zambia. We'll own our own airlines. We'll own private jets. So excuse us as we talk. We are busy. Don't disturb us who want to be millionaires. So Ethel started bashing at ECL and the family. Another Wayo celebrity like that did the same. And I told them off. But her, I didn't really talk about her, but I just said, you know what? Be mindful of what you're doing. I have never benefited anything in PF or in UPND. That is why when I speak, the UPND camp shakes. Because they know that I'm a genuine advocate. I'm not paid by anybody. I have been like this. I spoke for Hakainde Hichilema. And today he is president. So if I can put HH as president, what can stop me from putting another person as a president? It tells you how God has given some of us the grace to speak, and the Zambian people will listen. And some people don't even watch whilst we are live now. They download the videos. Some screen record, they start sharing. Have you heard what Madam Lillian Mutambo said? So the impact that I have on social media will not make me careless. Who I speak to on phone, how I come to Zambia, where I travel, sharing my location. Oh, because I'm in the UK, nobody will know. Bing, I share my location. I'm in this place, I'm in that place, I'm in this place. So Ethel was tricked. Remember, I flew to Zambia for my graduation from my diplomatic course. I trained for 6 weeks. Every day we met, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Zambian time for 6 weeks. And then she was told to fly to Zambia. They bought her a ticket and then got to Zambia with the hope that she would train on the diplomatic course since she didn't even know where to even go, who to find out from. And then she would be posted to Kenya as a first secretary in Nairobi. For those of you who may be speaking in the future, one of the things that I have learned about myself, you saw I sent a, say I'm going to Zambia. I was coming to speak to you guys. Even when I was part of UPND, if there's one thing I never did was to tell them when I was entering Zambia and when I was leaving. I have never, ever shared when I am. Get lost, Wembia. Get lost from my page. Don't be silly. I'll be caught for what? Because I'm speaking that Hakainde Chilema is arresting people? Because I'm saying that he has been unfair to ECL's family? Because I'm saying that the murder of these two guys is on his head? Because I'm saying that 100 young people were killed in Mufumbwe is on Hakainde Chilema's head? Shut up and piss off my page. Any leader who is the head of the country, any death that involves the government It's his responsibility. Go and check the UN reports. Don't come here with your grade 2 mentality to come and talk here. All right? If you think we are making noise for you, go to another page. We are busy. We are here to make millionaires. Because from next year, thank you, Mwila for stars, we should be traveling to China, my people, Vietnam, to make money, whilst we leave politicians to do what they want to do to control our country, because HH has damaged Zambia. So this person, Ethel, you've never even given a t-shirt. I don't know what you're talking about. Please don't disturb me. You've never even given a t-shirt in UPND. You've never even gone to campaign in the deep jollies of Karikiriki like I was doing. Flying from Zambia, UK to Zambia. Campaigning, putting all those things. Eh? Then UPND will give you an appointment. Some of these things, you should even ask yourself questions, if it's even possible. Oh, I thought it was there. If it's even possible for UPND to give you a job as a diplomat, when Nangutapasoswa, Josephine, do you think it's possible for someone who's never even who's never even registered one person as a voter to vote for HH, to just be given an appointment? Prior to that, Ethel was given prophecy by pastors, by a particular pastor who told her, don't travel to Zambia. Hey, no, I'm going to bury my grandma. Don't travel to Zambia. I've seen you being set for a trap. You'll be arrested. If you see any of these people that are always falling trap, Chifetayali, why me, all these people, you look at their spiritual life. You cannot be on a journey against or with the government and you're not prayerful. You must be joking. You cannot be in this sort of journey. You have to be in a place of prayer. The amount of bloodshed that is there, you think it's normal. So you will be just going there. Hey, they've called me that I'm being given an appointment. The friends told her. Prophet told her, don't travel. Said, no, they've bought my ticket. Since 10 years now, when I travel to Zambia, I never allow anyone to book my ticket. I have an agent I've been using quietly for many years. You tell UPND book your ticket to say they're giving you an appointment. How special are you, Ethel, that UPND will book for you ticket? One thing you should realize is that UPND doesn't forget. The insults that you lashed at Akainde Chilem, I can never support you. Maggie Smith, shut up. Get lost. You understand? No matter what, you can never trust UPND to buy you a ticket for you to travel to Zambia. I've explained to you people my journey. I paid for my course. I paid for my ticket. Am I coming to State House? I'm not available. Say, okay. I went to greet the people at UPND Secretariat, the same ones I was seeing that, because they moved now, they're at another place. I greeted them, how are you? Are you around? I said, I'm around, oh. I said, eh? So now someone can gonga me to say, when you come to Zambia, we'll go to State House. And my husband, one thing also, always have a prophetic person. My husband is very prophetic and sharp. Anything my husband tells me, it comes to pass. When I start speaking to anybody, and those of you who are not close to me, let me tell you, when I speak, I put my phone on speaker. That has been my habit. I don't know why. And my husband will listen and he will say, baby, uyu muntu akakuleetera. Once my husband says that, all the people, this one who's come to insult me, my husband warned me, Tete. Is gifted. Those of you who know him from Kalulush, you know that my husband is very gifted when it comes to prophecy. He's very gifted. Even when I was coming to Zambia, my husband said, baby, atumulea kuisa, jirawe, tukana ku State House. Yeah! He laughed at me. Bali, he calls me Bali. Muke sanjewa. When you go to Zambia, that person who's, let's do this, let's bet, you won't meet that person. No, but baby, I've been talking to, I said, I am telling you, listen to me. You will not admit that person. Anyway, just go at least to Monekonawa because yeah, I needed, and then we had also some family bereavement and stuff. I was like, since some people are that was actually what even made me him say go, because we had a bereavement in the family. That's why. But he told me, this person you will not meet. I reached Zambia. Baby, Achan, nabakutumina phone badia. And you know, I become like a pet. I start feeling shy now. And my husband knows my tone. Honey, kairi, elo na cafe. Baby, nadi kwebere. You are trusting these people too much. I said, no, but honey. Anyway, like I never mama. He says hi to my mom. Masunge for when Daniela oko. But Shani won't say things like that. Then 3 days pass, 4 days. So baby, now we are State House. I said no. Yeah. Vali. He laughed at me. All right. And I'm left with a day to go. Then somebody calls me. I'll be coming to Zambia. You know, I told you I was not around. I said, yes. Can you stay a little longer till next week? My husband said, Lee, I'm bokuwera nobody. Come back now. Come back now. You're not staying there anymore. You've exhausted your stay. As soon as I came back, Shani, I don't have cafe 99. Yeah. So I was thinking we can go to State House tomorrow. Yeah. My husband laughed. So what am I trying to say? You cannot be in a journey of politics, ambitions, working for the government or, you know, whatever you aspire, and you don't have people that surround you that pray. It's a big risk. You have to be in a place of prayer. Sometimes you see me, I'm online for 2 hours. In fact, my phone is online 24 hours. You'll be thinking, maybe we are praying. Okay, I'll receive phone calls. And me, men of God, no. I respect men of God. I don't joke. So Ethel received prophecy. And she decided to ignore that prophecy. She decided to come to Zambia. She was promised by UPND. So she got to Zambia yesterday. As soon as she got at the counter, they had her passport. They told her to wait. There were some, you know, visitors, international visitors that were coming in. They didn't want them to see what was going on. So after that, Ethel was picked up by C5 like a criminal. Pia! Pia! Mbez fist. From America. to Zambia to be promised a job by people you've never dined with. People you've never even been on the WhatsApp group before to campaign for HH. You've, like, seriously, 10 months to the election. Is that why you're insulting us? That same promise is the promise they're giving to Chilufya Tayali. And I am reliably informed. And they are telling me, warn Chilufya Tayali, he is next. They've planned, they've lured him, let's work together, let's do this. As soon as Chilufya Tayali gets to Zambia, he'll be nabbed. The same team that went to capture Waimi is the same team that has captured Ethel. She's in Lelai, where they will punish her, and the plan is that she stays there till next year. Even the elections, I don't know if she even participate. I'm not here to wish her bad, but I'm here to warn people who think by mocking ACL, by mocking the family, by mocking what we are doing, the work, that you are smarter than us, that you are you are special. You know why? Some of you, when I see you, I know, me, I have no risk of coming to Zambia. I can come even tomorrow. I have no risk. I just don't want to. But I don't have any risk. HH told all of them to leave me alone. That's why you see them, even when that issue of my passport on social media, Hakainde Hichilema was very angry about it. Listen to me, he knew about it. That man we mentioned from London, Mulilo, that man, he was in a big mess. So there are things that some of us, even when we speak, we talk. I'll tell you, you must be crazy to vote for UPND. It's not a crime. You must be mad to vote for UPND. It's not a crime. I'm simply telling you, use your head. Vote wisely. UPND government is very corrupt, and President Hakainde Hichilema yesterday said in a speech, 4 hours long speech, 3 hours. He was waffling along the way, but he spoke about agriculture. After agriculture, he went to speak a little bit about mining. Then he spoke about corruption and said, if we catch you, we're going to catch you. You can't be like ostriches where you bury your head in the sand. We'll make sure the law catches up with you. And he mentioned on the medicines of Ministry of Health. And Honorable Silva Maseo has never been arrested. So it's like HH speaks all these things to look good to the outside world, to say HH side said this, HH is saying this, HH is saying this, because diplomats only watch one platform, ZNBC. They don't know there's Lily Mutam's TV. They don't know there's Mwewanto Media. They mainly watch ZNBC because that's what they follow, the national television. So he wanted to look very good by speaking like that. And then he spoke about national unity and that he's not enemies with the opposition. But we have seen Hakainde Hichilema take over the Patriotic Front using Chavinga. Yesterday, you could see the smile of Chavinga. He is like a boy in love. And he's short like this. He smiled. You could see PF MPs were smiling, seeing HH. There's about 14 MPs from the Patriotic Front who are going to defect to the UPND after Parliament closes. 14. They are found with President HH. They are seen with him at different events. You've seen them before. And nobody questions them. So when we talk about 2026, Hakainde Hichilema will lose, we are not saying it's because PF will come back in power. No. Anyone that God will raise in 2026 will vote for that person. So it's the race between Zambian people versus HH and UPND. It's going to be a battle. So we saw Hakainde Hichilema in Parliament talk about so many things. And he did not touch on the Mufumbwe, the 100 people that were murdered, the massacre. He maintains that only 2 people have died, and yet more than that have been killed. So he's not a good leader. He cannot be accountable for what he's done. And then he spoke very hypocritically about courts. We should never go to court unless we just have to. The reason why we should never go to court is we should sort out things amicably. And yet every day he's taking people to court. Every day. Every day. He has spent the last 4 years taking people to court. Now, Ethel has joined the bandwagon of court sessions. Why me is in the bandwagon of court sessions. JJ Banda had to run away from Zambia. Chief had to run away from Zambia. All the opposition, anybody who's ever said anything, even in relation to himself, what he talks about, Chipo Monawasa, you are in jail. You speak about this, you are in jail. You understand? Somebody said, by the way, today in the morning, Taali said Lillian, Chair and EMV can easily be bought by HH so that they can keep quiet. Supposedly, I laughed. No. Taali, don't add me in your nonsense. I'm not cheap like you. I use my own money to campaign for HH. HH didn't give me any money. So HH cannot buy me. I helped him by spending almost 1.5 to 2 million kwacha to campaign for HH. I paid over 350,000 kwacha cash for voter protection. The people who were protecting the votes were also, by the time this storm to happen, I will show my UPN is losing. I can't wait. Yeah, they are going to lose. So how can HH buy me when I spent my own money to campaign and he's never even given me a job? He's never even called to say, oh, Leland, thank you. He's never even called any of us in the diaspora to say, oh, thank you for the help you rendered. Nothing. So how can he buy me? He's very ungrateful, Hakainde Hichilema. How do you work with an ungrateful person? In fact, to collect money from such people is demonic. That money is a trap. You receive demonic money, you die. I'm not desperate or hungry. You understand? So anyone who's telling me I can be bought by UPND, how? When all the regalia in Munali constituency is from me, from the UPND structures, it was me. All those eggs I was distributing and things which you insult me today, calling me different useless names. Where did they come from? HH gave me a penny. HH is stingy. He can't give me a penny. He certainly cannot buy me. And in fact, nobody can buy me because I owe my loyalty to my Zambian people. And I pledged allegiance to my Zambian people when I withdrew and left UPND and resigned. So anyone who's comforting themselves, you can screen record, anyone who's comforting themselves that I am going to be bought easily, you must be mad. You must be crazy. You mean UPND will wait 4 years after they've been in power for 4 years to come and buy me today? Why didn't they buy me in 2021 or 2022 or 2023? And even me, I'll say, hey, I'm banshta. Chula. Now, Papa, take those things to your own. If you can be bought and go to Zambia, go. Don't add me in your mouth. That Emmanuel and whatever they'll buy, we are not, I'm not cheap. Don't add me to that circle. I beg you. Okay, so Hakainde Hichilema spoke about unity. Don't take people to court. But he's taken Mrs. Esther Lungu to court because he wants to preside over a funeral. Now, a few days ago, I had a dream. I shared the dream on my page. To some of you, it was funny. It's okay. I've delivered my message because I have a gift of dreams. Okay. And in my dream, there was a very big black building. So I'm sharing this for the sake of my YouTube followers. To my YouTube followers, I shared a dream on my page a few days ago. And I said, Dr. Edgar Chagolungu has told me in my dream to say, tell them it's a prophetic message. They should leave me to rest in peace. And it was a big, I didn't describe so much, but it was a very big, tall, black building. And you know where you are at the door, you know, this like marble kind of big, tall. And then we're standing like more like outside, and Dr. Edgar Lungu was tall, he was wearing black. And he said, look, I'm tired. And then he went back in the building and he walked. And then that was when the words were ringing in my dream to say, tell them the Zambian government block. Tell the Zambian government to let go of me so that my family can bury me. And people, hey, how can you dream of a dead person? It's not possible. The dead know nothing. I said, okay. So President HH is hypocritical. Imagine he stated that we don't take people to court, but he has taken Mama Esther. It has been 5 weekends where we have slept peacefully without anyone disrespecting Walungu and the family. And like I told you before, you will never see the body. So, hey, Church, better you just let go. I know you blocked me. Imagine President Hakainde Chilema's page blocked me, blocked Lily Mutam's TV. National Assembly page blocked Lily Mutam's TV. That is how petty your government is. So if they can be petty to block me on those pages, what am I coming to do to Zambia? And somebody will tell me, come, there's a diplomatic appointment. I'll even leave my fine husband. Hey! And I'll come to Zambia. After how I've defended ECO and the family. After how I've danced there. After how I've said, we'll go with cyber. And I'll believe UPND. And come to Zambia. Somebody once called me and said, you know, UPND, they're planning for something to happen in Zambia for you to come. And you know what I told that person? Messi, peace off with your bust squatting and get lost. Nobody can catch me. I'm not a criminal. Get lost. Catch me for what? Adipena. My father died in 2013. I never came to Zambia to see his grave till 2016. Don't think I'll just move because I want to move. If I am waiting for my British citizenship, I will now travel to Zambia to do what? In 2013, when my father died, I was waiting for my papers. I waited 2013. My papers came out after 3 years. That's when I visited Zambia to see my father's grave for the first time. So there's nothing that will move me. Imagine, I know some of you people, you love your grandparents. I adore you. Even me, I do. I talk to my grandmother. I send her money for sugar. She's in Nakonde. But you know, our grandparents will say this. Awe mwana wandi. Aku ikala life ifoli. Inendife wino kuno. I'm okay. You'll just be calling me on the phone once in a while. So why would Ethel leave America to go to Zambia because her grandmother has died? She needs to go to the funeral. Who is your advisor, madam? You even leave and tell them, no, because my grandmother was far, so nala is no quiz. Your grandma would want you to be safe. Your parents would want you to be safe. They wouldn't even tell you to come to such a regime that you want to Kenny. Because last time you came to Zambia quietly and started posting pictures on Facebook, they now tricked you. Ethel actually received even letters of appointments, apparently. It is alleged. So she believed that the appointment was there. One of the UPND people, sometimes when we come and say certain things, you think maybe we'll just talk. You know, people try they try us. Imagine someone calling you to say, no, advocate for me, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And then I looked at this, oh, okay, let me speak to my team. And my team says, we're not going down that road. And then later on, you find that that thing that they told you to talk about, it was fake. You know, they just want you to think that it's like this and that and that and that. So, when you are dealing with politicians, know that they are crooks, especially the ones in power. The ones in power will try to trick you. This one is like, waitwala mukano kankalamat, they won't do anything to me. And you even go to Zambia. My entire family in UK, Zambia. We are not coming anywhere. To holiday, to what? How many weddings have we had, Pakati? We've just been sending money. You understand? There's a wedding, we send money. Kitchen party, we send money. So I think we have a Chilanga. We just send. That money for the ticket that I'll spend to travel all the way to Zambia to attend that event, my dear, I would rather I send 200 pounds to support that event, or 300, than for me to pay ticket 800 pounds myself, 800 pounds for my husband, plus Daniela, now she pays for her seat, plus the other 3 children, the girls, plus Donnell, you know, he's a grown-up man now, if you want to come. And then we travel to Zambia. We are going to in your category. I'm sorry. I would rather support. So what am I trying to say? Ethel has been tricked. She's dealing with the master mafias. Master. That's why pay attention. When we're talking about these things, we are not saying because we don't like UPND. We speak about these things because that's what UPND are doing. If they see you as strong and very close to ECL, they must do something to you. So this lady, Alice, for example, and the husband yesterday were leaving Zambia, Kazungula border, pew, 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 4 times. The husband has been airlifted. He's in Botswana. These guys here were trying to sell millimil. According to UPND, it's called smuggling. Pew, 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 by ZNS. And then Hakainde Hichilema wants to be president. HH is too petty. He told us in Parliament that he watches what we do. Parliament. The whole Parliament shenanigans was like a circus. All right. And I was even told that Honorable Jean was clobbered by UPND cadres in the canteen. Since when would cadres go to Parliament and start clobbering people? HH has reduced Zambia to nothing. So you have to be serious to have this type of person in the next 5 years. In that 5 years later, Daniela will be 10. I'll be busy with gymnastics, ballet, swimming lessons, what. So if you decide to choose HH, you are on your own. Because I'm a mother. Yesterday when we went for dinner, these are the things we're talking about. These are the things we're talking about. There's a lot to do, activities. Monday to Friday, school run, homework, reading. And then Saturday, today, I've come from a birthday party. That's why I'm painted like this. I just said, paint me like Wakanda. And the woman painted me with glitter. I just thought it was fun. I will share the story for Daniela as well. So you see Daniela's painted face. I did a video about Daniela as well. It was Daniela's friend's birthday. She turned 4. It was fun. We were with millionaires. You know, now my level has changed. Today I met one of the millionaires. She was telling me how she started a business 3 years ago. This is what I want to do. Okay? So if you want to be messing around with your democracy, you don't want to vote for the right candidate, you want to put HH, put him. We'll be busy partnering with business people in the UK here. Our children need to go for gymnastics, swimming lessons. They have a lot of things to do. We'll be busy with our kids. Whilst you'll be complaining, who's going to be talking for you as a vuvuzela for 5 years? Because it will be worse. In fact, UPND have promised that they're going to stay for another 5 years. They have promised. In fact, not 5, 21 years. Liswaniso said it. He said, it's a criminal offense for UPND to lose elections next year. That is a criminal offense. And he has also stated that any candidate who wants to stand independent will be stopped. You must stand on the UPND ticket. Meaning, you Zambian people, you have the right now to remove Hakainde Hichilema's people. Do not vote on red. If you vote for them, I'm telling you, I am networking with millionaires from Egypt. I'll go to Egypt and do business there. I'll go to Asia, do business there. China, Japan. The world is our oyster. So choose what you want by removing Hakainde Hichilema out. Ethel, yes, she insulted HH, but does her insult result to abduction like Waimi? You are now finding it normal and acceptable in Zambia. I'm not here to condemn Ethel and say, oh, Ethel, yeah, you deserve it. No. My own is, you are now seeing it as normal to the point that you are pointing that you are next, you are next. Your father is next, not me. Your father, your mother, and your generation, all your children, they are next, not me. In fact, when you die, that's when UPND will arrest me. So the day you will die, no problem. What is all this? What is all this? Latia, what's the drawing there? Please watch my video from the beginning. I came from a birthday party. Wakanda. They were doing face painting and I told them to draw me like this. Just today is Saturday, please. Don't come here with your wahala. Saturdays, I take my children to birthday parties. We have fun. Last night I went to dinner. We had fun. No have time. We came back home late. They even went to go and drink up to 2 a.m. I told them I'm going home because I love to be home, okay? And we'll be planning once in a month outings with millionaires. So it's up to you, my dear. Me, I'm not suffering because the meals alone that I ate yesterday, in fact, I'm even asking myself, why am I worrying myself? But because I have a heart for the Zambian people, okay? So even the Patriotic Front right now, they are still fighting for their party. And what I'm here to say is, please, opposition leaders should come together. And the Zambian people support them. We need the opposition leaders to unite. And UPND are telling people that there's no opposition. The opposition are the Zambian people. And Kabesha Mulilo made a statement to say, Zambians are lazy. Be careful with your statement. Be careful with your statement. Otherwise, you are going to mess yourself up. When it comes to Zambian people, don't praise yourself. Hakainde Hichilema praised himself. His speech was rhetoric. It was just repetition of what he always says all the time. And, you know, they showed us pictures of HH writing the speech in his office, which looks dilapidated, as if he's not the head of state. And, you know, I don't even understand. And then Hamasaka and his friend, they were looking through the speech. And I was asking myself, is this the speech we're waiting for? Even the speaker slept. Madam Speaker, she was sleeping. Garen Kombo slept. Many MPs slept. And the First Lady was there as well. And I say that this is the last opening they will ever have for the National Assembly. You know why? Life is spiritual. I use my tongue to declare. I use my tongue to declare that HH will never be president again. So you, when you till 2025, 2029, you're on your own. Me, I'm in a Western world country, my friend. If I have no job tomorrow, I'll just go to the job center and say, I think life has become, they'll pay me salary. Yeah. Income support. Children allowance. I'll receive close to 2,500 for staying at home a month. Pounds, not kwacha. If it's those who are in America, they have a place where they give them vouchers for food and whatever. They walk in a big store like ShopRite, bigger than ShopRite. You pick whatever you want. Cornflakes, biscuits, fruits, veggies. You are the ones who will suffer. And therefore, when we're telling you to do the right thing, we're not telling you because we have nothing to do, we are bored. If you see, piss off, Mundioli, piss off. If you see even just 1 or 2 cars of the people I was with yesterday, you will know that we are hammering big. I stopped sharing what I do. The people, anything you've seen about me, you come on media, this one said, who was behind destroying anything? UPND. UPND want to see you suffer. They want you to be at their mercy. I told God when I stood for the ECL family, I said, God, for me to know that truly you're part of this, do this miracle. 20,000 pounds. God did a miracle. That day I danced. You think I was dancing what? 20,000 pounds miracle in this country. And someone will tell me that I should not speak for ECL family. I said, God, thank you. Because you know what would have happened? Some people were waiting for me to come on media and say, life yavuta. I'm sorry. I'm back to you, PND. Give me. And God said, my daughter, I will bless you. I cried. 20,000 pounds. So those who are talking, they are having sleepless nights. Me, I have the grace of God. Don't look at me like this. There's people in mountains fasting, we're praying. You think I'll be here coming to talk in flesh? You understand? So we pray for Mr. Mkandawire, who's in hospital. Honorable Silva Maseo, a very wicked black widow. She's troubling people in Chongwe, bullying the councillor there, telling her all sorts of things. I shared the audio. And President Edgar Lungu needs to rest. UPND has a list of people they want to have arrested. You see how UPND were excited about my passport expiring. Imagine, as if it was them who gave me passport. I got that passport 10 years ago in PF government. I was talking. I would even comment. Why didn't PF arrest me to say we gave you passport? It shows you that PF were more mature than UPND. UPND is petty and childish. Don't have time. You understand? So, there are people you can try to put down and condemn and talk whatever, and you'll be put to shame. So if Ethel had stood by the Lungu family, Makebi Zulu would have been a lawyer. In this life, think before you do things. Think. Who's going to be Ethel's lawyer? Which opposition member will go and stand for her? How? When she has dedicated her page insulting ECL and the family. That's why some of these people that you're cheering, if we don't 12 me, take away. Wait till UPND comes out. Some of these celebrities you cheer, their pages will disappear. They will hide in shame. Now, if this woman had even been away, she wouldn't have traveled. But she was tricked in South ECL. South ECL's family. Let me tell them off. Let me talk about Tassila. Let me talk about the bloggers. In a bid for a job. With all the insults on the internet. Ethel Chisono. You want to go and receive appointment letter from Hakainde Hichilema in State House. Are you okay? And HH will give you that letter. We are even swearing with a Bible. Ah, come on, man. There are some things you should know that it's a trick. Me, I'm even better. Because I know that UPND, they want me on their side. I've refused. They've sent people to call me. I'm not interested. So now you, the Zambian people, must do me a favor by doing the right thing to remove Hakainde Hichilema out. If you don't, I will be very busy as well with my life. Because next year, Daniela starts year 1. Ella will be in her year 6. Final to enter now secondary. I'll be busy. Homework. What? We have to go on apps. So it's up to you what you want to do. For the 2 guys in Chilabwambwe, it's so sad that they've lost their lives for simply trying to make a living out of their lives. 3 bags of millimil. How much is a bag of millimil? That's how life has become so cheap in UPND. And by the way, for the sake of my YouTubers as well, YouTube followers, Dr. Mosoko Twani, a few days ago, his police officer who guards his place unalived himself. And now the question we're asking ourselves is, why would a police officer be at Mosoko Twani's farm? He was frustrated. The police officers are complaining. The conditions are not good. They're subjecting people to tribalism. If you're not from a particular tribe, I'll be specific, Hakainde Hichilema's tribe, they don't give you allowances, they don't give you opportunities. Imagine a trained police officer, you're going to guard cows at a minister's house. Shouldn't a police officer be somewhere, doing a better job? So the police officer unalived himself, and it was so sad. So that's the story of Ethel. She has unalived herself. She is no more. My name is Mwanza Alfred, voice of Petauke. I'm happy with your job. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So 3 bags of millimil is what made the 2 guys this side unalived. More details later. We'll talk about them later as well in detail. Ethel is an American citizen who had denounced her Zambian citizenship because Zambia was not due. And thanks to Dr. Edgar Chagalungu, he brought in dual citizenship. I love you, sir. Thank you for doing that for us. Because our children can have both Zambian passports and British passports. Or America for my nephews and nieces who are in America. And Australia. So she had denounced, I think you had to denounce one of them. She denounced Zambia, so she had to re-announce herself as a Zambian citizen, and she was admitted. So I'm not sure when she traveled to Zambia if she used a Zambian passport to clear or she used an American passport. But presently, Ethel is in Lilai. That's where she has been held. And no, it's not funny. Because it could be your relative tomorrow. We hope and pray that something will happen for her. Maybe she will receive justice. But the plan they have for her is not good. That's how wicked UPND has been. insults of 2022 to remember them in 2025. And then you think that Hakainde Chilema has moved on from ECL, and you'll be there defending, hey, when you 2019, in fact, ECL should come and rest in Zambia. The president should preside as a president. HH does not mean well for the people of Zambia. He certainly came in government to revenge to his people and to make himself rich. HH is even selling electricity. He said it in his speech yesterday. That electricity is selling. Where is the money? They formed companies using people. And you think you'll be selling electricity for you Zambians to benefit. His own benefiting with his children and wife. The only person who is happy right now in Zambia is Mutinta Ishidem. And Chipo Mwanawass, at least since the president defends her publicly. The rest of you are suffering. So it's up to you what you've decided. As for me and my household, we have decided we are not voting for Hakainde Hichilema. It is a big risk to have Hichilema as a president again. Bantu wa Mulungu. Another 5 years with a dictator. Another 5 years with abductors. Another 5 years with people that silence you. Another 5 years with people that don't want to see you succeed. The moment you discover mines, they come and take over. Another 5 years with high unemployment rates. Another 5 years with high suicide rates. Another 5 years with no medicine in the hospital. Yesterday he said, anyone who's stealing medicine, even as far as cannula, you failed Hakainde Chilema to prosecute Sylvia Masebo. Today, you want to talk about it when even the ambassador of America, Michael Gonzalez, called your government out. Invited for so many times, you never went. You are talking about cannula. Anyone who's found stealing. Start with Sylvia Masebo, arresting her first. Otherwise, your talk is cheap. You just yab talk. All you are talking, you will never even do anything. You are just mouth washing Zambians and licking your mouth like a cowbell. You lick your mouth, we know you're lying. And the Zambian people will believe that big English. He needs to be removed because he has destroyed our democracy. There's no way shooting people is now the order of the day in Zambia. Since when? Because you support ECL, boom, boom, boom. Because you insulted HH, boom, arrested, prison. And they are very quick. But they cannot arrest Maria Zalomes. The other day, Maria Zalomes' page, it liked some post somewhere. We don't even know whether she's in jail or not. Nishta yenu Hakainde enjoy. You will know in 2026 who a Zambian is. Zambians cannot vote for this rubbish that is going on. I put a compilation of pictures. 8 handsome men dead. All of them murdered. I'm still compiling. Every day, people are dying. And why is it that it's men who are dying? Everyday accidents. We don't even know what we have done. We've told you, close the grave for ECL. You don't want to listen. Please, leave the family alone. You don't want to listen. Everything we've said, you don't want to listen. So in the end, my people, remove HH so that we can bring in a father figure that will listen to the Zambian people. We can't have a leader who does not listen to anybody. It's an error. Worse off, talking boldly, bragging, ukuitasha, ukuitukumia, telling Zambian people that it's a criminal offense for you being to lose. And then Kabosha now says Zambians are lazy. Ha! You are looting our minerals. You chased 125,000 plus people. Kumufumbwe murdered 100 plus. Today, you call Zambians lazy. Zambians were coming from all over Zambia to get what they can. 50,000, 20,000, they sell the good. They make something capital. They go back to Lusaka, Malaysia, Malaysia. You are now calling Zambians lazy. I need to make for you a video. For those of you who are on my YouTube platform, can you imagine that the Attorney General made a statement in the newspapers that Zambians are lazy? How did we get to this? That Zambians are being disrespected, abducted. Anything red in 2026, don't vote for them. We have already seen where HH is going next year. Let him be a one-term government. Don't make a mistake. Trust me, God is going to give us our David. How are you going to survive with 3 hours of electricity? Now HH in his statement, in his brief of 4 hours, he said, I'm talking to you MPs, ministers, if you know anyone who can supply energy to us, come to us, we'll pay for it. This man was bragging how he is going to bring solar, how he's going to be supplying energy. 3 hours of electricity from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. And you are telling me, you Zambian people, you will survive like that. Yeah? Meanwhile, he's selling. He's got solar. Then he's encouraging people to put solar. My mother put solar at her house. 135,000 kwacha cash. You, Chokwadi, you put solar in your house. And you hear people say, kwenyu, kwenyu, kwenyu. How much is solar? 135,000 we put. My mother's house, she put. So, as you guys are busy talking about kwenyu, kwenyu, me, my family, they're not suffering. They have solar. I mean, my mother has solar. My grandmother is in Nakonde in the village. It's okay. They have solar. It's you that will suffer. And when you suffer, you'll be poor. It is an error for you to be poor when we have gold. In Nigeria, the rich people who have gold, oil, are Nigerians. You can't yet. A Chinese investor came and was Niku Zambia eko museka. Niku Zambia eko museka. All the oil blocks, Nigeria, majority, it's Nigerians who own them. Rich Nigerians. Rich. They're the ones who own. So you, as you are struggling in your Zambia, there's other African countries where Africans are the ones who own big companies. Traore is teaching us that it's possible for Africa to be great. He has even removed the visa. Any African who wants to go to Burkina Faso will no longer need a visa to travel to Burkina Faso. Okay? You understand? So if Traore can do that, if Traore can do that, it's possible for us to succeed in Zambia. But with the kind of leadership you have of Hakainde, a person who is not a father, you have messed up Zambia. When you speak to elderly people, they just say, we are confused. We don't even know what is this. You have no advisor. Your advisor is Jito Kayumba. And they are planning to queue Jito up for presidency. Jito. Him and his father that are busy enjoying illegal mining. Mamudenda nation ya church ku village. Get lost. Useless people. Next is you. Not me. In fact, next is you, your father, your generation. No idiot can arrest me. I said this from the beginning. You think that what? I'll come to Zambia to do what? Because I have an appointment. Am I crazy? I leave my house to come to Zambia to have an appointment in UPND government. When they were insulting me throughout, even whilst I'm giving eggs and I'm part of them, is today they'll remember me. Are you crazy? There are people are suffering there. And me, they will remember me. UPND is useless. Useless, uselesser, uselessest. And HH is a failure. Fail, failure, failest. There's nothing HH has done that will make me even want to get an appointment under HH's regime. It's a failed regime. To fiakwa. With all the blood on their hands and their head. HH would be there doing live stream. Hey, Mapenzi, Mapenzi. Joseph, now you, HH, all these young men, they're dying. It's you. It's your fault. Felix has died. Prosper has died. Simbarashe died. Mwila died. Potiphar Tembo died. Abel died. So many of them have died. On top of that, you're abducting people. So you, HH, and your regime, since you've decided to abduct people, go and continue abducting your cows in your village, not the Zambian people. You will never have access to the Zambian people. And let alone, you're not even immortal. We've had leaders in this world who were powerful than you. They are no more. So as you do what you do, know that your time is limited. When HH was having his speech live, he had 2,800 people watching. The number reduced to 1,100. Why? The lies. Who wants to listen to a liar? So if I call HH a liar, you should be arrested. He's a liar. A very big liar. And I will never retract my statement and apologize anyway to say HH is not a liar. HH is a liar. Hakainde Hichilema is a liar. He came in government as a liar. He's a forerunner. In fact, he's a fraudster. He's a scammer. UPND is a scam. The 10-point plan failed. They'll be there. No, right now we have free education. 200 pupils to one teacher. With no free uniform, no free books. The parents of those children are struggling. No job, no electricity. The welders that used to weld cannot even weld. And then you are there, when their children are going to school. It prevents early child marriages. Today, you are talking about early child marriages, but Dora Mononyambe was crying every day on TikTok. You never, ever tried to help her. I came on this social media. President Hakainde Hichilema, help this lady. You ignored her. Now, because you want to look good to the Zambian people after the mess up in South Africa, you now go and donate a bus with chicken change. If you want to donate a bus, you should have donated Marco Polo. Not 1, but 5. Go and donate that small bus of 100,000 kwacha. Free education, like my sister is saying, with no standard. Here in the UK, when they tell you free education, the students that go to free schools is 30 in a class. 30 in a class. Free books. Free everything, like a child is going to private school in Zambia. The standard of private school in Zambia, here in UK, is government school. But you are there bragging. Any person who speaks, for you to put my passport on Facebook. In fact, Hakainde Hichilema, I know you were upset with your people. You have failed to control those people that surround you. Those Koswe people. They posted my passport on Facebook. It has never happened in this world. And you think God will watch you to continue tormenting Zambians? Go and read your Bible. There were men who used to murder anyone. Today we will kill everyone. Where are they? Where are they? You are not God to want to silence the whole world. Chishimba Kambwiri is ill. You have kept him in prison. You don't care. You want him to die. When you now hear that he's about to die, you will now send him to South Africa for medical. A former minister, he did not corrupt anybody. He was not part of corruption because he spoke somewhere. Meanwhile, Mumba Malambo, your village person, the mayor of Kafue, used tribal remarks to campaign. She is free. Look, God is angry with Hakainde Hichilema. And if you choose him again, you are on your own. All I know is Lusaka is gone. Nobody can choose any UPND in Lusaka. Copperbelt is gone. Nobody. Central is gone. Northwestern is gone. Western is gone. Northern, West. I'm Northern. Muchinga, gone. Nobody can vote for HH. The only people who vote for him is Dundumwezi. And that's the honest truth. No matter how he tries to rig, we will monitor the election. You will not win this election the way you rigged. And you're trying to rig the way you've been rigging by-elections. Yesterday, we are welcoming the 2 members of parliament. Members of parliament that you took the seats of Munia Zulu. You're even proud. And that MP, you think who will vote for you in 2026? That's why UPND is holding on to monies, donations, so that go and talk about how you vote for HH on your pages, not on my page. You are voting for him again. Boy, with 50 kwacha in your pocket, I'll vote for him again. Useless. So, what am I trying to say? We have to maintain the fact that Hakainde Hichilema is a loser. He is a weak leader. He's not a father figure. He's a businessman. He doesn't care about you. And he tries to bring in laws like Bill 7 to help himself so that he can stay till 2041. You must be crazy to give UPND a vote. In fact, you'll be looking at my videos, say, but I didn't land. But I didn't land. I'll say, my friend, 5 years, pusha matobo. I should be able to, for 5 years. So do the right thing. So Mama Esther Lungu, I love you. For Ethel, sorry for you. When you insult too many people in this life, even the people you think you can side with, they'll mess you up. I wish you never trusted these people. There's somebody who shared the video I've shared on my page that this person tried to speak to Ethel not to go to Zambia, but she never listened. Okay? Somebody saying, I wonder where the $100,000 that was donated to eradicate load shedding is. Where will it be? They are keeping it for campaigns. So, even if you insult me, I am a force to reckon with. Hakainde must fall in Jesus' name. Any shrine or evil altar where they have buried the flag of Zambia to Zambianize the Zambian people, we break it in the mighty name of Jesus. We cannot be living in Zambia like this. We had Kaunda, he was a great man, he lost power. We had Idi Amin, he was a great man, he lost power. So, what we need right now is a Mandela of Zambia. One that will not come and start revenging. You, go to sell. You, We need a father that will help Zambia to mend. Zambia is now 50 years behind. We need a father that can mend our country for the next 5 years. After that, we start building our nation. Hichilema must go in 2026. Tell this message to your village people. Anywhere they see HH, don't. Lesala tulangsha who will vote for the man, aweshwa. Na baile, na muku vota bane, bale la pila. Yeah? Na baile muku vota bale la pila. What's to la pila? In rural areas, kids struggle when writing calls sitting on the floor. Hope they work on the desks. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's a girl, Little More Times. I was just here to speak to you guys about Ethel Chisono, who is in custody at the moment. She took herself to Zambia. They bought her ticket. Anyone who buys your ticket and tells you, don't worry, come here, it's a trap. Somebody told me I should come to South Africa. Somebody wants to meet me. They'll pay for my ticket. Am I suffering for you to pay for my ticket? I should leave my fine Bobo husband. This government have totally failed us, including the local MP for Chongwe Ndeke. No school, no maternity hospital or clinic, no roads, no community arrangements. And yet Zambia is supposed to be rich. It's sad. And when we talk, you are bitter. How can full-blown up communities have no such facilities? And HH was commissioning toilets, which I've never finished, by the way. I will share the video of Kasonde Mwenda when you went to see the toilets. You can't even use them to flush or anything. That's the only thing he's ever commissioned. The other projects he's commissioning are for Dr. Edgar Chagolungu, somebody who worked so hard to make Zambia better. May his soul rest in peace. We continue hearing about what's happening in South Africa. This week, we heard what our lawyer said. How can you reinstate the benefits back to somebody who is dead? What is that? It doesn't even make sense. And you cannot make a contract on a dead corpse. So HH is fighting a losing battle. And I told you people, if HH will never bury his AL, he will never win 2026. Hey, bomber and bomber, we are here. Where's your bomber? Your bomber even has to trick someone from America. Come, we have a job. Now I'm. Be spiritual, my people. Be prayerful. We can trick so my life. No. Ethel, come on, man. Anyway, guys, take care. See you on my next video. It's a girl, Little More Times. We have never seen him commissioning only toilets. Yeah. He's a liarist. So all those people who talk for HH, they are on salary. So they have to talk because they are feeding their stomachs. When HH loses power, you see them saying, oh no, I was paid. I do it for a job. You will see. They'll tell you. They'll do. Even celebrities, they are being paid to support them. Money in Salam Zambia. So they make you poor so that they give you 50 kwacha, 100 kwacha to Jiri to support them. It's up to you. And we pray for Zambia to continuously progress, and HH should be removed. We have removed Hakainde Hichilema spiritually from power. He will never sit on that seat. The next president will stay in Parliament, in State House. Let him go back to Community House. And even that Community House, we will collect it. Kaidi, you are using it for government. We'll collect it and we'll close UPND for good. UPND should never exist. If Mazoka was president, he would have been different because he was a good man. But HH, he's tribal, he's a divisionist, he's brought so much division in Zambia. Zambians are now fighting among ourselves. We never used to see, if Matthews is commenting on my page, I would never bother where Matthews is from. But now, you just see the last names, you know, okay. It should never be like that. Zambia is a peaceful country, and people like Dr. Nevas Mumba should be banished from even being part of government. He's closed MMD, a legacy of Chilua that had democracy, and given HH the powers to say, we have joined you as MMD. Hungry father. Anyway, guys, take care. See you on my next video. I went to a party. I went to dinner last night, so I'm tired. My brace, make a rest small. Take care. Because me, I do laundry on Saturday, so my head is just thinking of the laundry. I need to put Daniela's uniforms. I don't like to wait for Monday. I want them hanging there and I'll be watching them, because that's how my mother raised us. My mother raised us in a way that you always have to prepare uniform a night before. And I'll tell you this one simple thing, what happened. So one time we prepared our uniforms, we put them in the living room, they were hanging there, my dad's uniforms, everyone. And then a thief came and stole all our uniforms in our house. But that thief has confessed now. He became born again. He came to ask for forgiveness. But yeah, took all our shoes, our bags. But I'm used to doing that every day before. So I'm already putting things in order and do my laundry. Today Saturday. So guys, see you. Take care. I love you. And if there's any TikTok link, I'll post on Facebook which place we can go to. Remember, only the platforms I share on my platform is where you should go to. If I don't share that link, I'm not part of it. Because we have to be part of links where we are speaking the same language. And we're respectfully speaking about these people who have failed. I mean, I can call HH a failure without insulting him. Yeah, he's a failure. A very big failure. It's not an insult. It's a word in English called you have failed to deliver. So he's a failure. Thank you so much, Irene, for the stars. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll continue praying for Dr. Edgar Chagolungu's family. They need us, guys. They need us. Thank you. Take care. Bye.